Buenas tardes y bienvenidos a todos. Good afternoon and welcome everyone. Welcome to a community dedicated to providing spiritual tools for living a happy and full life. My name is Karina Shear, and I am the Spiritual Director and Founding Minister here at the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta. If you would like to join us for our Zoom meeting, please connect with me so I can send you the link and the password. Today is Sunday, December 19th, 2021, and we are continuing with our annual theme, which is Timeless Wisdom, Evolutionary Vision. The topic for this month of December is Journey of Becoming, and the topic for this week is the gift of a new journey. We open each week with a spiritual practice called Affirmative Prayer, also known as Spiritual Mind Treatment. And this is a powerful tool and a practical tool that shifts our consciousness so that we are open and available to accept the good that is already present in our life. It aligns our thoughts with all good. So let's move into today's service with intention, as we do each week, with a reading from the Creative Thought magazine. Today, I'll be reading from December 16, 2014. And just a reminder that spiritual mind treatment is always done in the first person. So I invite you to take these words as your own, if you so choose. Breathing into the inner space of the divine within me, I gently let go of thinking while I open to the one life and one loving presence that is the power for good. Here, resting in this truth, I remember that I am more than my thoughts, more than my body, and more than my daily activities. I am an avenue of Christ consciousness through which the invisible nature of the light of spirit live and express as me. The stirring of this call within me reminds me to remember who I truly am and to listen deeply. I let go of striving and relying on my own understanding, thereby making room for the divine to express more abundantly as me. Layers of limitation gently peel away, and my eternal God self is born anew. How great is it to remember that I am blessed with riches beyond measure. Spirit's unconditional love reminds me that God is closer than my very breath. We are one. Abundant good flows through me because I choose to seek the kingdom of heaven within and to live from my divine heritage. I open to being guided into an ever-widening unfoldment of love, joy, wholeness, and abundance, and I share it generously and unconditionally with myself and all. In grateful acceptance, I declare this is the truth, and I release this word, and so it is. And that was originally submitted by Reverend Christine Jeffers from Golden, Colorado. And so let's now review together our purpose, vision, and mission statements. We have a grand purpose each week. And that is to awaken and celebrate diversity and to love and serve our community. We do this by means of our vision, which is to educate and support each other so we can create the life we desire that works for us right now. And this is further supported by our mission, which is to provide spiritual tools for personal growth and transformation. So once again, I'd like to welcome everyone. Please know that we honor all traditional faiths and paths. So know that you are welcome here, no matter which path you have been on. We teach a philosophy here called the Science of Mind, and it's a teaching based on new thought and ancient wisdom. And we offer spiritual tools and principles to promote personal growth, such as our opening spiritual mind treatment. And we honor diversity in all aspects so that we can see and appreciate the great oneness that already exists everywhere and within everyone. When Dr. Ernest Holmes founded this teaching in the 1920s, he had studied both Eastern and Western spiritual texts in order to create the Science of Mind. When asked to provide a concise definition of this teaching, he had replied that it is a correlation of laws of science, opinions of philosophy, and revelations of religion applied to human needs and aspirations. Each week, we offer a service with an inspirational message, and we are now meeting on Sunday at noon at Winston's Bar and Grill, number 1231 Calle, Peru, right next door to the Shell gas station. And hang out with us after service for some good food and great conversation with like-minded people. If you have any questions or comments, you can either post them here online, wherever you are watching the replay, or send me a direct email or contact me in person, and I'll be sure to respond. Our evolutionary vision for this week is this. We envision humanity awakening to its spiritual magnificence and discovering the creative power of thought. A world where each and every person discovers their own personal power and ability to create an individual life that works within a world that works for everyone. And our timeless wisdom for this week is this. Life is infinite, eternal, forever expanding. We can start anew in every moment. We can use the creative process to create the life we desire and become that which we think most about. And this journey comes to an end this year. But we know that this is simply the beginning of another cycle and another year. At each solstice, there is a stillness, a few days pause between the dwindling light and lengthening days to follow. And this is the time to sit and be with ourselves right where we are, listening to the still small voice as it speaks, giving ourselves over to the mystery. The sacred continuum cycles upward. What gifts do we offer as the expression of the greater yet to be? We greet it with joyful expectancy and awe, following our inner star of wonder, star of light. Ernest Holmes said that our past is not bound by precedent. We have the power within us to change our thinking and our viewpoint about any situation. It is through our active practice of affirmative prayer that we can move our consciousness to accept that which is a new perspective. Harmony, demonstrating whatever we seek to experience and see in form. With the end of this year coming to a closing soon, is there anyone else other than me that seems to have a to-do list that is growing? It seems sometimes I feel that I'm pressuring myself to complete everything before the end of the year. But that only brings anxiety, and less things seem to be accomplished. But it's also important to let some of the things go that don't bring joy, excitement, and growth. So I ask myself, what's next? And chisel away at what is important to me right now, rather than being stuck. What feeds your soul? Your inner voice will whisper to you. You just need to be open and receptive to listen to it and trust it. Only you know what's best for you. Ernest Holmes said this. Nature will not let us stay in any one place for too long. She will let us stay just long enough to gather the experience necessary to the unfolding and advancement of the soul. Korean Zen master Seong Sing said that we must keep this don't know mind. It is an open mind, a clear mind. A beginner's mind is essential. As we approach a new year, think about how you are engaging in your life. Is it from that fresh, new beginner's mind, envisioning what might be possible? Can we consider for a moment the student coming into our class for the very first time? The awe, wonder, trepidation, caution, expectancy, the longing for a shift and growth, and engaging in that same kind of wonder to our outer experience of circumstances, challenges, and dreams. Emma Curtis Hopkins said this. The world will persist in exhibiting before you what you persist in affirming the world is. So often it is fear that holds us back from reaching our goals and dreams. Journaling or meditation may bring some clarity. Sometimes it's right in front of us, but we allow our fear to place that veil or wall in our way, a block. All we need to do is breathe and step through it, even if it's with baby steps. You might also open your favorite self-help book or new thought material and take a portion of a paragraph that calls to you. As you read it, reflect and journal about how you might see this writing in a new way, applying it to your life from a perspective you might not have considered before. Sometimes when we read something when some time has passed, we see it from new eyes because we have changed and we have grown. Ernest Holmes, in This Thing Called You, wrote this. All laws are universal and may become individualized. The thing that stands between you and the greater good is a thing of thought and nothing else. It is not reality that you must change, but your mental reaction to it. So when we decide to no longer be held down by our past, by limiting beliefs, old paradigms, we create space for new ideas, new opportunities, and a new way of being in the world. Your gifts may be expanding or developing, and now is the time to put them into full expression with excitement, vigor, and hope. The world needs what you have to offer. The great master teacher Yoda said, train yourself to let go of everything you fear to lose. And we can consciously reframe our circumstances. What area of your life is seeking to be renewed and revitalized with a fresh perspective and action plan? In Zen mind, beginner's mind, Sunryu Suzuki wrote this. In the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities, but in the experts, there are few. So we can know principle intellectually, but to apply and integrate this knowledge and noticing the difference in our behavior is another thing altogether. We know we have done our healing work when we are no longer triggered or less reactive. More importantly, how we show up to life and to that situation feels differently. This coming year is offering us an opportunity to integrate all we have learned from this uncertain year that has been filled with chaos, challenge, unknown, loss, and change. Integration is revealed when we create new patterns, new ways of operating that are healthy and life-affirming. Stephen Covey said this: paradigms are like glasses. When you have incomplete paradigms about yourself or life in general, it's like wearing glasses with the wrong prescription. That lens affects how you see everything else. So engage in a beginner's mind. Add in some fresh, new perspectives to whatever issue, challenge, or problem you may have. Take some inventory of yourself to see how you have integrated all your learnings and how you can use them to foster an even greater vision for not only your own life, but for the life of others around you. And as we go into this new year, it is always our charge to shine new light on ancient truths. Back to the beginning. We can use these teachings to transform our viewpoint and thus create harmony and peace in our lives. Rachel Carson, marine biologist, author, and conservationist, wrote this: a child's world is fresh and new and beautiful, full of wonder and excitement. It is our misfortune that for most of us, that clear-eyed vision, that true instinct for what is beautiful and awe-inspiring is dimmed and even lost before we reach adulthood. If I had influence with the good fairy who is supposed to preside over all children, I should ask that her gift to each child in the world be a sense of wonder so indestructible that it would last throughout life. And so that brings us to our affirmation today for this week. The spirit within me makes all things new. And so now it is our time for giving back where you receive your spiritual gifts. Donations are greatly received through PayPal on our website or by mailing in a check. So if you go to our website, www.cslpv.org, on the landing page, you will see a donate button. When you click on it, it will take you directly to your PayPal account. And there you can donate in whichever manner you choose. Alternatively, you can send a paper check addressed to CSLPV number 403, 2125 Birch Road, Kelowna, BC, B1Y8N1. And please note that all donations are greatly appreciated, no matter the amount. And if you would like to join me in together saying our offertory affirmations. I know that my giving blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I give and receive. I do give eternal thanks for the abundance that is mine to share. So if you would like to have a one-on-one connection for a spiritual mind treatment to assist you with change or whatever you are experiencing in life, or something that you would like to experience in life, please connect with me. And if you would like to commit to being a member of the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta for this upcoming year, or if you would like to be on our board of trustees, please contact us so that you can be sent the current forms. I'd also like to remind you to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and Facebook page. And if you are interested in learning more about the Science of Mind teaching, we are offering courses in Puerto Vallarta, both in person and online. So connect with me to find out about the details. And let's continue practicing peace. We can each be a force for peace and nonviolence. Our words and our actions can create ripples of peace all around us and beyond. Peaceful living includes acting with compassion, kindness, and consideration. And it also includes standing up against injustice. May peace and blessings be with you. Thank you for coming and sharing this time together. Peace and love to all. Namaste.